What is going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 91 of the Bristol Rovers career mode series. And we're going to start things off with a squad report here, having a look at the players that have started to grow, and some of them have actually started to grow, and the ones that are not growing, I'm going to be selling them in the next January transfer window because it's very frustrating. You can see that I couldn't believe that John Taylor had actually grown. I mean, some of his stats, to be fair, had gone up from last season, but he just wasn't growing. It's good to see that Josh Murphy is growing, though, so at least one of our signings is growing, and of course Valentino Lazaro is too. So most of our signings that we have made so far are growing, which is good news. And a lot of players are starting to grow, which is fantastic, as I just said. And of course, we got some old players in the squad, such as John Joe O'Toole and Michael Smith and Joe Widdowson. I expect them to decrease in the near future because they are 28. They're turning 28. I expect them to be on the down. You can see already Michael Smith is losing some physical stats, and that is a shame to see because he is a fantastic right back. And it's just a shame that he's going down now. But you can see there, we got some players that are growing as well. Some other ones. We've got James Wallace, who's started to grow. He's not grown that much. I think he grew 1 point last year, 1 point this year. But look at Belek, up by +3 already. It's just fantastic to see. And I think it's because his potential boost that he did get, because I did send him out on loan. And I think that does work. So what I'm going to do is, in the January window, send out a load of players on a short loan list. Especially, well, I can only send out the ones that are under 21 in the squad, so I can boost their potential and make sure that they start growing again. And for the rest of them, I will just sell, and hopefully I will get people that want to buy them in January. But you can see here we got the scout report, and we've got one player here that I am going to sign, Jack Butland. And it's not the Jack Butland you think it is, it's another Jack Butland, and he looks like a really good player. And the reason I did sign him, you may be thinking, why did you sign him? He's not going to be that good. Basically, I'm hoping that on the 1st of May, he's going to, well, boost up his potential and his stats and in-game stats and everything. Hopefully by then, he will be a really good player. I'm really hoping for that. Because you guys always tell me that signing players on the 1st of May is always the best option because they seem to have a boost in potential. I don't know if it's a glitch or something, but it always seems to work. I did it with Rosina, and of course he is a decent CM. I haven't been giving him that much game time, so maybe I should give him some more game time. But to be honest with you, he just can't get into the squad at the moment because Connor Cody has been fantastic for us. He's been a really good holding midfielder, and there's no reason to swap him out for Giacomo Rosina unless there's cup matches, of course. But to be honest with you, we've got 3 central midfielders and only 1 central midfield spot anyway, so it's going to be a little bit difficult for him to get into the side. But we went into this game here against Hull City, and literally nothing happened in the first half. And this is going to be an episode where, well, there's some chances here and there, but we're going through a goal drought at the moment, and I think at the end of last episode we were suffering that as well. We just weren't putting the ball into the back of the net when we really should have done so. And you can see there, not even a shot on target. A shot for both teams, but they're not on target. We were dominating possession, really good pass accuracy. That's what I usually like to do, and that's what usually leads me to having so many chances in games on world-class difficulty. Maybe I will bump it up to legendary. I'm not 100% sure yet, but thank you to all of you guys that did vote on the straw poll link. It was much appreciated because it gave me an idea of what you guys did want to see on the channel and going forward pretty much. And it looks like you guys do want to see Inter Milan career mode series, or the Inter Milan season 2 in the career mode series. But what I'm thinking of doing is bringing back the regen team career mode. Now let me know what you guys think about that. If you haven't seen that video, I'll leave a link in the description to it. It was basically where I made a career mode full of the best regens possible that you can get. And if you don't know what a regen is, I'll also leave a link in the description to a video which tells you exactly what a regen is and how to get a regen. It's basically a regenerated player after a player retires. It's a little bit too complicated, but that's basically the basics of it. And yeah, that is what a regen is. But we drew the game here against Hull City. It was an okay result. You could argue 1 point is better than none. But to be honest with you, we really should be winning against Hull City. They're not the strongest of sides whatsoever. And considering our form at the moment, we've been in 3rd and 4th at the top of the table. So we really need the Champions League spot, as I've said before, and drawing against Hull, that's just not good enough. And as we went into the next game against Norwich, we had to redeem ourselves. We had to get 3 points here because it was just really vital for us. Because if we didn't get the 3 points, we'd be in a bit of trouble because Newcastle are catching up on us in 5th. And we've also got Tottenham as well that are close behind on 6th and are really gathering some momentum. So we really do need to start winning some games. But in the first minute of the game here, I don't know how, but Lazaro manages to break through the defence and he scores within the first minute. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Heaven knows how we got through there, and I just showed respect to the Norwich fans as I didn't really want to celebrate. And you will see me doing that celebration throughout this episode. I have no idea why. I was just pressing some random buttons and all the times it seemed to be that celebration. But anyway, we did score in this match and we made it 1-0 early on. And Lazaro has just been fantastic. I can't say enough how much of a great signing he's been. Imagine if we'd signed him at the beginning of the series though. Imagine that. I mean, we signed Ryan Gould, of course. He's off to, I think he went to some Scottish club. I don't want to pronounce the name of it because I think when I pronounce the name of it in a video, I got a bit of a stick for that because I said it pretty wrong, but that was because it was a live commentary. But anyway, I think he did go off to a Scottish club and hopefully he will grow there because he didn't really do well at Bristol Rovers now, did he? He didn't do well at all, but we almost conceded there in a bit of a dodgy style. You can see there that for some reason Leighton parried that out. Not often does Leighton make mistakes in the net, but he did there. But into the 45th minute here, we get a really good chance as a really bad ball is played forward. But once again, it's a goalkeeper making a mistake. And basically, this is a little clip that I like to call just FIFA in a nutshell, basically. FIFA 14 in a nutshell. That is just some of the goals that you can score on FIFA. It's just ridiculous. The defender gets to the ball, he tries to clear it away, but the goalkeeper for some reason gets in the way and it falls back to Lazaro, who's just going to tuck it home every day of the week. Of course he is. He's a brilliant finisher and he tucks that one home, and I'm sure the goalkeeper was absolutely furious with his defender there because for some reason he just kicked it straight into him and that led to an open goal. And of course he's going to tuck that away every day of the week, as I said, because he's just been in fantastic form. One of our top goal scorers, which is a surprise, but of course Ryan Brunt, I do believe, is on top. But you can see here that Norwich did get a chance here, very good one in fact, in the 53rd minute, as it was a bit of a deflection really, as the defender didn't really win the header there. I think that was Bailey Wright. He's a little bit on the short side. He didn't win the header, and it falls to McNeil, who puts it into the back of the net. It's kind of a weird shot. You could say it's a little bit of a weird shot. You have a little look at it on the replay and you just see it's one of those cross-shot goals and you can't really do anything about it. It's one of those shots that always go in on FIFA no matter what player is shooting the ball. Even if it's a defender, that's still most likely going to go in if it's on target because those shots are also OP as well as heading. But right here we get a good chance to extend our lead back to 2 goals and it's Connor Cody getting the first goal for his club. Bristol Rovers, of course, we did buy him from Sheffield Wednesday. No, not Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United. And he's been a really good signing since he's come in. As I have said, he's just a really good holding midfielder. He's got great mental stats. And he's just a really strong holding midfielder. He's not the best at passing. He's not the best at shooting. But for some reason, it doesn't show that in game. It's a bit like Ryan Brunt, really. He's not the best at shooting, but for some reason, he scores goal after goal after goal. And I don't expect Connor Cody to be a goal-scoring machine, but when he does get the chance, he usually does put it on target or put it into the back of the net. But to be honest with you, this game was just full of goals. I mean, it wasn't like the whole game whatsoever. And look at that. Once again, Leighton making the mistake, but unfortunately, this time, it does go into the back of the net, and the Norwich player does tuck it home. I do believe that's Gary Hooper who put it into the back of the net to give Norwich a glimpse of hope really in this game, but nothing really much more than that, as Leroy Fer, I do believe, wins the header and the rebound falls to Gary Hooper. It's something you really can't stop on FIFA. Those are the 2 shots that Norwich had and you really can't stop it. Cross shot goals and rebounds, you just have no control whatsoever over it, as well as this heading. What can you do about Ryan Brunt? You just can't stop him. Not even the AI know how to defend against him. It'll be very interesting in the Champions League to see how Ryan Brunt does because he's a fantastic player and of course he's up to 70 overall now. And I can't wait to see what his full potential will be at the end of this series. He's going to have some insane stats. I think he'll have over 90 sprint speed and acceleration. He's already got 90 strength as well. He's got 88 sprint speed, 88 acceleration. But we do win the game 4-2 Ryan Brunt getting 1 goal, Lazaro getting 2, and of course Connor Cody getting his debut goal for Bristol Rovers, and we win the game 4-2. So a much better result there. Apart from the fact that we did concede 2 goals, which is a little bit disappointing, and we didn't keep the clean sheet for Robert Lainton, as he has returned from injury now. But to be honest with you, we got the 3 points, so as long as we get the 3 points in these matches, it really doesn't matter. But we really haven't played many top sides yet, which is getting me a little bit worried, because we're not doing too well against these bottom of the table teams, such as Aston Villa, as we go into this match, and I do believe they're in the relegation zone. They're not doing too well at the moment. Paul Lambert hasn't made too many signings, really, you can see there. But that's just the AI on career mode. They don't make any signings, but the first chance of the game came in the 17th minute here as we pick up the ball. Connor Cody passes it to Hewitt, and he is our fast left back, or right back, sorry. He's a really good replacement. He crosses it in, and Ryan Brunt gets a header again. Very similar. It was almost exactly identical to the goal that he scored in the last match, and I did show my respect to the Aston Villa fans there, because you can't really, I don't know how the AI are going to stop this guy. He just can't stop scoring headers. He's in the right position every single time. If you look at his positioning and his work rates, you just don't understand. You can't think or imagine how he's in the right position at the right time, but nevertheless he always seems to be in that position, and it seems like every series has their cult hero, every career mode has their cult hero, and Ryan Brunt is certainly the cult hero of this series. You could argue on other career modes, such as Docklander's career mode, you know, the cult hero on that would have to be Lasogga. You have to admit that for his Hertha Berlin career mode. But anyway, they did get back into the game in the 23rd minute. That was a really good goal. I do believe that was from Alan, the midfielder, or maybe it was someone else. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, Aston Villa do get back into the game, and that was a little bit disappointing, because that was only a few minutes after we had scored. That was 6 minutes actually after we had scored. And it was quite worrying for sure, because I knew that we'd have to score a goal. We needed to pick up these 3 points. And right here, John Taylor gets played through, and it's a fake shot inside. He has a shot from outside the box, and that is a cracking goal from John Taylor. What a strike that is. He's so good at doing that, cutting inside and then doing the outside of the boot shot. He is really good at doing that on Ultimate Team and on career mode. He's better at doing it on career mode because, of course, he's a higher overall. But nevertheless, look at this. Fake shot inside, using his agility to beat the defender, and that was a fantastic shot. You could argue the goalkeeper should have saved that, but nevertheless, we do get that goal and we make it 2-1. But right here, Aston Villa do get another chance in the game, but we actually make the tackle and we go on the break here as we find Dongu. And Dongu is open once again, coming off the bench and making a substitution appearance, and he actually manages to get a goal again. And it's in the same kind of scenario really, because when he did come on last time as a substitution, he scored late on, and when he came on in this game as a substitution, he scored late on and restored our 2-goal lead. That was a nice goal, a nice little finesse shot round the keeper, and that does wrap up the episode. We do win the game 3-1, a really good result. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, please be sure to leave a like on the video, as it's much appreciated. And if we can get 40 likes on this video, that'd be absolutely awesome. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I'm going to have to leave it there. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time for another video. Thanks for watching.